Hello and welcome, or welcome back if you're new here. My name is Marvelous Marva, and today I wanted to talk about an easy way to discover what you love to do. So, when we think about what we love to do, a lot of times it seems like it would be easier for us to discover what that is, but sometimes we can make it a little bit challenging. I wanted to just give a few tips to how I have been able to discover what I love to do and to continue to just push myself towards that. So we came here to enjoy our experience. We can go backwards in time and kind of think about where we were before and where we are now. I say this because I wrote in a blog post months ago about this same topic, but since then it's become even more apparent and easier for me to even understand it. So, number one, the first way that you can kind of discover what it is that you love to do would be to think about when you were in high school and or even junior high. Just think about those two times and think about the electives that you chose, the classes that you actually got to pick, not the primary, not the main classes, the ones that you have to take, like math, science, reading, English. Don't think about those. Just think about the electives, the ones that you actually got to choose. Some of the electives that I chose personally, and I'm going to also link the blog post that I did months ago. So in case you're interested in reading that: art, home economics, dance, choir, wood shop, metal shop, electric shop, auto tech, theater arts, band. I played the baritone. I only did it for 1 year, but it was so much fun. Floral design, food science, culinary arts, and I did track for 1 year. And it was amazing. Every single one of those classes I enjoyed. I loved the entire experience. So if you're like me and you took a whole bunch of classes, I know there were some kids back in the grades with me that would just take the same electives all the time, so they knew what they wanted to do. But me personally, I'm kind of a multi-passionate kind of person, and I always have been. I like change. I like to try different things all the time. So that filled my cup up. Now that I'm an adult, I've been noticing that my classes are kind of like the classes that I choose to do, they're kind of lining up same as when I was in high school. So the classes that I'm actually taking now, my adult classes as of lately, have been yoga. Like, I'm in yoga teacher training. So I decided to go ahead and do that. It's part of physical fitness, part of PE. I always enjoyed PE. There was some kids that didn't, but I liked PE. I liked dressing out. I liked doing the drills, whatever it was. I enjoyed moving my body physically. I thought it was exciting. As I've been growing and I'm an adult now, I noticed that I just keep going back to yoga. Back in like 2014, 2015, I believe, I was doing yoga heavy on Instagram. That's kind of where the love started for yoga. I joined Instagram and I found a yoga community, and they started posting daily challenges, and I signed up. And not really signed up, but you just kind of choose one and you just start doing it too. So they would have like 2-week challenges, or like a month, like 30-day challenge, and every day or every week you would post like these poses. So you would do the pose, you'd take a video or picture of yourself, and then you'd post it, and that'd be your submission for the day. And that always gave me this feeling of like, yeah, I did it. And I started noticing like progress. Like, I was getting more flexible just by like being a part of the challenge. It was crazy. I was like, how is this even working? But at the same time, it was just doing the one poses. And some poses, I needed to like warm my body up do some more downward facing dogs. I learned how to do the sun salutation, all of that. So that's one class that I decided to go ahead and reintroduce back into my life because I feel like I want to do it. It's exciting. And now that I'm actually taking the class, because years ago I would do those challenges and I would watch other women, other people like me doing their yoga teacher training, and I'd be like, I'd look it up on Google and I'd be like, dang, it's like $2,000. It's like way more than I have to invest right now. So I always found a way to talk myself out of it. But finally, the universe has conspired and brought everything together, and there was an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'm going to Yogamu. It stands for Yoga Means Union, so YOGAMU. I'll link it down below if anyone is interested. But when I got in, there was a huge discount. It was only $99 for the 200-hour yoga teacher training. So I had to jump on it. I had no reason to not. So that's one. Always doing art class. So continuously painting and doing creative projects. Not any that are assigned to me, but just ones that I want to do on my own. So I assign my own self a project. Or sometimes I just go with the flow and my mind might say, hey, let's go paint. And I'll get everything together and I'll just go paint and bust out a picture. The next thing would be spirituality. I put that as a class because I have spent so much time just like researching, watching videos, learning about different modalities, learning about our inner being, our higher self, learning more about God and about the stories and the fact that, we're here in our physical bodies and our meat suits, as people say, walking around, and without that spark that makes us us, we are just these suits. So like going deep into the spiritual sense of what we are and who we are, and knowing that I'm not going to ever know everything and no one knows everything, but it's so fascinating to learn about ourselves. That's really been lighting me up for months. Like, woo! I get super excited thinking about that stuff. So other things that I'm doing, and I'll just list them all down. I'll just list them down just in case, you need some ideas or some motivation. But I put science of nature class. I go out in nature often. I go out for walks. I go explore. I love going to new parks. Once upon a time, I had a whole goal to go to all the state parks in Texas, and I haven't completed that goal, but I went to several and I was super proud of myself. I did understand after a while that, I don't have to always accomplish all these goals right away. Some of them will take some time, and that's okay because it just gives me something to look forward to, and it's a lot of fun. There are so many different species of spiders out there, so many different species of trees. I love waking up in the morning when I'm like, for instance, camping in nature and seeing like the morning dew on spider webs and seeing the different color spiders, how they like made their webs overnight or early in the morning, and like their creativeness. Like, it's amazing. It gets me excited. So another class that I've taken was an online master's class. I did that last year. I took an online master's class for digital mastery. So how to create like your website, how to create funnels, how to drive people to want to come towards whatever it is that you're creating. It's like a digital marketing kind of class, and it also just taught me about digital products. So I took that class and I thought it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I learned how to make journals. I learned how to work Canva and really get that down. So that was another thing. So I also put on here a meditation class. So I spend time meditating, and I've taken some classes regarding meditation, and that's always so fun. Just coming back to my breath and learning that I don't have to seek outwards. I don't have to seek outside of myself. I took kickboxing when I first moved out here for a few months. I love that. I stopped going because of my work schedule, but I also feel like Spirit was saying, hey, you've done this now that, because the flow of that class was kind of like a routine, and I learned that routine quick. Like once I got the routine, like the rest of the class said they were watching me. They were like, you're so good. Like, we're watching you. And I'm like, I'm still learning. But I love that class, and I felt super strong, and now I know how to like do uppercuts, and like I feel strong having taken that class, and my kicks got even better as well. Yoga class, I'm always again taking yoga classes. Dance classes, I took a belly dancing class sometime last year. There's just so many different classes that we can take and so many different things that we can involve ourselves in. And so I'm just saying that to say those are just a few ideas. So number 2, think about what you gravitate towards. So thinking about what you gravitate towards daily is basically like from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to bed, what do you usually see yourself doing? And when I say see yourself doing, I mean like what are you actually doing during your waking hours to the time that it's time for you to go to bed? When you pay attention to that stuff, then you really get to see like what it is that you enjoy doing, what do you like spending your time doing? Because that's going to be your indication of what it is that you love to do. And then you can look online. I'm telling you, Google and YouTube, those are some great sources to take you to the next level, to find the classes that you want to take. A lot of times those classes are free, so you don't have to worry about paying for them, especially on YouTube. There's so many different free classes, and that is why I'm so big on YouTube, because it's provided me with so much knowledge without having to worry about, oh, well, I won't be able to start this because I don't have the finances to do so. No, with YouTube, all you gotta do is put a video on and start. So number three is to immerse yourself. So now that you have discovered and recognized what it is that you love, go ahead and immerse yourself. Get on YouTube, find those videos, find those people, get on TikTok, get on whatever it is that you're on, Instagram, or even just the internet. Just Google search, Pinterest, whatever it is. Find classes in your local area. Facebook has plenty of groups you can join where you can just like be with other people that are like-minded, that are interested in the things that you're doing. So that is a great opportunity for you to immerse yourself and to learn something new that you're already interested in. And you'd be surprised, like you think that you've learned everything that you need to learn about a subject, but there's always something new to learn. That's basically what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to just kind of remind you, here we are on such a magical day, and if you're like me, you woke up, like I jumped up. All my dreams last night was about me recording and going to yoga teacher training school. And my yoga teacher training school is online. And I know that a lot of people say, well, I'd rather go in person. That was my limiting belief before, was that I'm not going to be able to grasp things if I don't go in person. But then I had to sit back and I had to really think about myself. And the job that I'm working right now, I've never met any of those people in real life, and I've been working there since August 29th last year. We're in August now. It's almost a whole year. I learned that job completely remotely, all online, and I understand the concepts. I understand how to do it. I took plenty of notes. I'm a note taker, so I love to take notes. I also understand about myself personally is that I don't actually have to go in person to take these classes that I want to take. Even with the digital mastery class, that was all online as well. So, technology has made things easier for us, and we don't have to worry about, how much time we have to do things. We can actually just sit down when it is convenient for us and then do those things that we're interested in. So With that being said, I hope that you found this video to be helpful. I hope you got some ideas of some new classes, some new things, new directions that you can go with your life. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If you again found this helpful and think someone else could utilize like this kind of reminder, feel free to share this episode with others, and subscribe because I upload a weekly episode and it's a lot of fun for me. Like this is a part of the theater arts kind of me. Like I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy sharing the knowledge and the growth that I've experienced thus far. And I feel like you're out there and you're similar to me and you enjoy learning and just finding like-minded people. So wherever you are, if it's morning, noon, or night, have a good one. Until next time.